Hi guys, welcome to another session with me. Like always guys, we are starting with the news. Like today, like we said, we only have Powell's speech, definitely the only thing that can move the market. Keep in mind it's Friday, so just because of that, we need to keep in mind that the most of the market movement will happen probably next week, not right now. Of course, it doesn't mean that market won't move today. It will, but I really don't expect anything crazy. If we start with the dollar index, we can see that market continued to move higher. We tested the 1618 of this move. And since it's Friday and we have a Powell, I really believe that we are going to see some retracement today. Like the market was bullish entire week. Nothing crazy, but still it was enough. I really didn't expect much. I really just want to see recovery down to 98.50, maybe a little bit lower, let's say 98.40 before anything else. But overall, short term we can be bullish because entire week market was bullish. So just because of that, we can start with the idea that we should look for a more bullish movements during the next week, but the short term we can expect to see a little bit of a recovery in the market and the market dropping down. Similar story goes for the Euro USD market down, and we tested that 160 level. That's all that we wanted to see. From here, I really want to see some sort of a pullback, some sort of a move higher. Let me just draw this part. Like first I want to see this crack above 116.17, and from there ideally a move higher will happen to 160.70 and a higher levels. So right now I want to be more a buyer than a seller, at least short term. We'll see for the next week how market will start to react to this idea, but for now looks fine. Also keep in mind that in both places, like in the dollar index and also in the Euro USD, we have what? We have just a three-leg move. And three-leg move is still a sign of a bearish move over here. So keep that in mind. That's why I said I want to see a crack of this. This is what? A lower high for us to say, okay, maybe the trend has changed and things like that. But for now, I want to play safe, just small positions. That's all I'm trying today. Pound dollar continued to move high, lower. We tested that end of the B wave. And if you start counting from here, you have a smaller one, two, three, four, and five flags. So at the end of the day, I believe that we completed this cycle and that we are going to see a recovery today and during the next week. And just because of that, we want to start thinking about the potential push higher. Also, here we have a similar game plan as we have in, let's say, Euro USD. I would love to see here retracement ideally back to 132.50 area, if not maybe 50%, but still, this is what I want to see, just a test of this high over here. That will be enough for me. And if you get on a smaller time frame, 3-7 pullbacks or any bullish formation, bullish sign, we can take that into account. Also, if you look this 15 minutes time frame, we can say that this is looking like a potential inverse head and shoulder formation, and just because of that we can start thinking about the potential long setup. So pullback plays are fine. The only thing that we need to worry about here would be this low. So if we are trying a long position straight against the low, that's the only safe thing to do here. Still, if you don't manage to find the entry today, I really believe that if market continue to do what we want, that we can just pick that part up on Monday and just trade, since it took more than 5 days to complete this. It's not just that we are going to see the end of a correction in just one day. It will take probably next week for sure. So next week I want to be a buyer here. Only Aussie dollar is the pair where I'm still bearish. Let's say it like that, just because here I want to see the equal. We talked about that yesterday, and I still want that part. Market didn't move much, really didn't move much. We are more or less ranging here. Market is trying to find more liquidity before we deliver that drop, and just because of that, I'm still bearish. Still want to see if we get any decent opportunity for the sell side. I want to take it, nothing special. We know that if you start counting 5 flags in the wave C, you will get 1, 2, 3, so looking for 4 and 5. Now, if that's the case, we know that we should hold below the ending point of the wave 1, so 64.82 can be your invalidation point short term. Use that if you're planning to try a short trades. Dollar CAD continued to move higher. It's fine. We still didn't have any deep pullback. I want to see a pullback before I go into a long position, but a pullback of this move, of this wave A, of the wave Y. And ideally, let me just zoom in a little bit. So, in a larger picture, you can see what? That we are correcting this wave A right now, and that inside of wave B, we have a 5-leg move. And since this is a correction, we are looking for a 7. So we are looking for this before market move lower. So buying pullback is fine. I don't believe that dollar CAD will present you the opportunity today, maybe next week, but not today. All other pairs you can probably try today, but dollar CAD won't give us the opportunity. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how market is looking right now. Dollar yen moved higher. We are testing the equilize of, let me just throw it, of this move. So we have a 3 legs. Now we'll see if market move higher to 1618. If that's the case, we need to consider wave 4 as still incomplete and look for the new highs before market move down. But if during the Powell speech we see a push lower, definitely then a pullback place against the high of the day can work out in our favor. In terms of potential supports to focus, definitely this one, let's say 147 can work out. I believe that we have decent enough room to create a good risk reward for us. So why not? So we'll see how speech will go. I believe maybe that speech is long because I believe it's just they force my time so in 2 hours, but maybe I believe it's going to last a little bit longer. At the end of the day, it's the US session, so if you are trading the US session, pay attention to the speech for sure. It will create a market movement. Euro yen continued to move higher, nothing special. Pullback place can work out. We need to consider this 171.12 as our short-term invalidation point. While that hold, we should be bullish. If we create a good enough pullback or a formation, you can try it. If not, just stay aside. Like, we had a flag here. I didn't take it, to be honest. I miss it. But let's say this flag buying, fine. Here I don't see anything. Like, I can call it a flag, go always on the smaller time frame for something. Like here, another smaller flag that could offer you a decent trading opportunity. So why not? Like if something like that happen, you can try it, go long, don't go crazy with this part. Focus on 173 as the next support, sorry, resistance, and go from there. Gold still not moving. Like I really wanted to move. You know me. You know the plan for a while now. Still, this is looking as a correction, nothing else. So some sort of ABC developing over here. Well, this hold, so 311 hold, we can look for a more bullish place. We need the momentum, but I'm still bullish. We'll see. We'll see how today's go. Silver dropping a little bit after a nice push higher. Definitely, I'm still not a big fan. This entire move is fine and not fine. Like here, a flag moving higher. If you see some flag right now, buying is fine, but nothing crazy. Don't go overboard with this part. The really still don't like the look. Crypto continue to move lower. We wanted that. Nothing special. I still don't see a clean setup here. We tested the equalex. We'll see how market will work. Just because, well, we are in this range. Equalex to 127.2. I would be more bullish and open to wait for any signs that market is ready to move higher and from there try to pick up a long place. So for example, if we takes about, let's say, 113.40 400, I would look for a pullback place. But if we break below this zone and we head more into that 1618 territory, we need to consider a little bit of more bearish momentum in the crypto before market return higher. But we had a decent bull run here, so definitely a deeper pullback won't surprise me at all. Ethereum, I'm fine still. This is just a trip, more or less a false breakout. We didn't create the new higher high today. We are dropping down. So I want to watch Ethereum right now for what? For a potential flag and then a breakout play towards the upside. Yeah, that's all I want to watch in the crypto. Like Ethereum for me right now can be interesting. So push lower just to grab a liquidity, move us higher. We want to get into a long positions towards, let's say, 460, maybe higher, but I want to day trade. I don't want to swing trade Ethereum at this moment, especially since a weekend, and I don't like the idea of holding a position when I'm not looking the markets. Now, question about the silver. Now, the silver, you can do the same thing, like the same thing. Like we had this flag over here, flag broke towards the upside. Short-term sign that we should see a more bullish movement. That's how I'm looking at the silver right now. And if you get any smaller flags, buying is the good option at this moment. Like, especially since I want to see, let's say, a bullish move in gold, definitely I would more prefer to see a bullish move in silver as well. If I need to select which pair is looking better, definitely gold, but both can be traded exactly the same way. So ideally silver is right now moving lower. Definitely support can be seen around 37.50, but wait for some sort of a break, like even on let's go on the smaller time frame. You consider this as a flag. A break could play can work out, but only if we manage to crack above 38. So focus on 38 as your short-term confirmation that silver should move us higher, while using this low at 30, let's say 37, as your invalidation for any long opportunities. Hope this helps. Nasdaq, Nasdaq didn't move much. Really didn't move much. I'm looking at this is more as incomplete wave 4 and looking at the wave 4 as a potential flat correction. So we are in a flat correction. Ideally, we should see a push below here. So below the end of the wave A before market move us higher. But it's a news day, so market can move us higher right away. And we go for a running flat. Definitely the news will dictate the price today. 23 300 can be that short-term confirmation for the upside. I'm more bullish than bearish if you ask me. And I would love to see that more bullish momentum, but we need to hear what Powell will say and how market will take that into action. DEX didn't move much. How everything looks, I'm more going for that idea that we are still going for a triangle. And if that's the true, how I'm looking at this and how I want to approach the DAX for next week is simple. Ideally, we will see additional drop down and then a break higher. But anything, whenever we see a breakout above that larger triangle trend line, I will be finally starting with the long positions or any bullish signs. And when I say any bullish sign, I more mean a potential 5 leg moves from the lows on any time frame or any bullish, strong bullish momentum, because right now this looks like a bearish flag, and that's why I'm more bearish short term and I'm looking for 24 area before anything else. Okay, guys, make sure you watch the speech, or if you don't want, like, keep in mind when you are watching the speech, you need to figure out how the speech will react. And definitely the easiest option is just to go to any website or load the Twitter. There are a lot of people that will comment that part, what's important and what's not important, just because during the speeches, maybe 10% or 5% of what that person say actually matter. So for me, most of the time it's easier, or if I don't have time to watch it, I just go on Twitter, find someone who will comment all the important things, and that's all. But you'll see how market react. Definitely expecting a little bit of dollar weakness today. That's ideal plan just to see some sort of recovery. My focus here for today will be a pound, Aussie, dollar yen, not at all. Dollar yen, yes, I want it on my radar. Not expecting much from here. Just saying that I want to focus dollar yen to be on my screen, at least on one, to see if markets start to move lower, if I can pick up the pullback sell. That's something I'm focused on. Gold definitely on my radar still. Bitcoin not that much, but Ethereum yes. Silver can work out. Like we said, prefer gold, but same play. And indices, I'll probably stay aside today, to be honest. This week, well, I wasn't trade. I wasn't in any trade when we talk about the indices, especially Nasdaq. Like, market was for the first few days bad, then we seen a strong drop. I want to see recovery, definitely recovery would be ideal option if you ask me. But too much things can go wrong, so it's better to stick with what's showing you the best options. And even the, let's say, Euro USD looks much cleaner and a better option for us to consider as a potential setups compared to focusing on Nasdaq at this moment. That's all for this week, guys. I'll see you all on Monday. Have the great week.